The Suicide Pact B-sides. Cheer up, princess. Cheer up, princess, Riff. We come up from Camden town station out onto the street. And it's like the nightmare before Christmas made flesh. It's as if the shack exploded and spread the spores of every genus it contained across a whole town. We're like giddy schoolgirls. Which, let's be honest, we've every right to be. First person you see. Crusty goth punk holding a sign for the Great British Boot Company. The sign's battered, sun-bleached. The edges are frayed. The punk's in the same condition. Turn right and there it is, in crisp white dots across black marble, the sign for the Electric Ballroom. The legendary venue we've seen in magazines advertising pretty much every band that mattered at street level from 1977 to now. As we spill out among the great and the good, the cool and the stoned. We make our way across the street to the Inverness Street Market. There's an arch sign above the stalls declaring it so. Transfers with pictures of selling antisocial social club t-shirts, steampunk goggles that make the world look like a kaleidoscope of colours, badges for almost any band you can name from the alternative scene in the last 50 years. And drinks made from mangoes churned up right here in the street for you while you wait. There's a Brazilian food place filling the air with intoxicating smells. A record store that seems to specialise in reggae and trance. The LP sleeves in the window are aged and yellowed with time. But inside it's vibrant, full, throbbing. I'm taking everything in, all at once. Every receptor, wide open. Eyes, ears, nose, fingertips. I'm breathing different air. I'm somewhere real. I'm thrilled to be here. I feel like I've finally arrived. I look at Prue. She's a little cautious, but she's smiling. She's happy. And God, I love her. As we move along the street, we see the giant famous signs above the shops, one story up. A dragon leaning down over a vape shop, ready to breathe fire onto the pedestrians below. A giant skate shoe outside a sneaker store. A massive Doc Martens boot outside a boot shop. A towering lighter over a questionable head shop. And on the other side of the street, there it is. The legendary Camden Market. Bootleg CDs. Grime rappers. Grunge bands. Death metal. Patches. Leather jackets. Goth boots so tall, they'd add 10 inches to my height. It's like Disneyland for moshes. There's a cool guy with dreadlocks, wearing a tie-dye shirt, handing out flyers and saying, this way, in a sing-song voice, ushering people toward the Hawley Arms, like he's the mayor of Camden. We pass under the famous bridge Camden Lock, painted in bold collegiate lettering across its flanks, stickers layered thick along the metal struts, rust curling at the bolts. I could frame it. I could live here. There's the Hawley Arms legendary pub of legends. Every band's played here. Every promo shoot. Every enemy interview that ended in a quote they'd later regret. It's not a venue. It's a shrine. But we don't go in. We cross the street drawn instead toward the real heart of it. Stables Market. It's not a building. It's a sprawl. A hive. A collection of hidden corridors. Underground steps. Narrow alleys and sudden bursts of colour. The thrift shop on the corner is already bursting with knockoff scarves and tie-dye shirts sun-faded on the hanger. From here you can see everything cyberdogs glow. The boot room next door, and beyond that, under the shade and the metal canopy, it starts getting weird. Camp. Proper Camden. Some Japanese tourists are getting their photo taken on the famous stone steps, the ones where the Clash posed for the cover of their debut album. I want to run over and photobomb them, but Prue would probably die of shame. Just down from there, through a stable door hatch that looks like it leads to a dungeon, there's a guy selling pizza. Handwritten sign, £2 a slice. A fiver gets you 2 slices and a can of Coke. Prue slides into a wonky little metal table, half in sun, half in shadow. Right by a stall selling bootleg anime hoodies and beaded chokers. I head to the hatch. 2 margaritas, I say. And a Fanta, if you've got it. The guy grins at me through a gap in his teeth and goes, "One for you, one for your girlfriend." We're doing a deal. I freeze. Grin. Try to play it cool. "Yeah," I say. "That's the one." I saunter back to my air quotes girlfriend. Like these 2 slices of pizza, and this can of pop or a romantic picnic somewhere. Picturesque. Instead, it's all hubbub, street noise, gutter stink, and the thrill of being here. The pizza's not bad. We sit and eat and watch people go by. We imagine who else is here for the first time. Who works here? Who's got a cool job? Who's in a band? We talk about everyone like we already know them. Like they're just extensions of the people we know from the head, the shack, the scene at home, or maybe they're characters we made up. Jokes that stuck. Eventually, we're being hassled out of our spot. The food's gone, and someone selling shawarma wants their seats back for a table of German kids, all backpacks and cameras. Giggling. We gather our stuff and head undercover into the second-hand record stalls. The edges are all plastic crates, bargain bins, scuffed sleeves, 7-inch singles, promo CDs, stickered tapes, 50p each. 3 for £1. We flip through. So much we've never heard of. So much that looks cool. One record stands out. Hey Charlie. Young and Lonesome. On the cover. 3 girls, heads bowed. School skirts, long socks. Our age. Retro logo. Black and pink sleeve. Flip side. Cheer up, princess. We both laugh. That's what we call Peachy sometimes. Princess Peach. Cheer up, princess. Then I spot the QR code on the back. This record is part of the Flying Vinyl subscription service. Not to be sold separately. I scan it. The MP3 hits my phone in seconds. The guy behind the stall clocks me. Oi. You gonna stand there scanning all my stock, or you gonna give me 50p? Or make an honest woman of your girlfriend? I giggle. Not sure Prue heard. But that seals it. I'm buying this record. She's still digging through a stack of grunge albums, whole, pretty on the inside, My Body, The Hand Grenade, Celebrity Skin. 30 quid a piece. We don't have that kind of money if we're going to make a day of it. But she's drinking in the sleeves like they're relics. I'm not even sure she's ever seen them on vinyl before. I step up to the counter. I'll give you 50p for this. The guy eyes the sleeve. You've already scanned it. You've got the tracks now. Fair few of those going round. Pink vinyl. Good band. Didn't last long, but they were a hot ticket for a minute. 2 girls walk in with northern accents. They're our age. Not quite doppelgangers, but you can tell straight away. They're the Riff and Prue of their local pub. We clock each other across the crates. One of them glances over. You get anything good? I hold up Young and Lonesome by Hey Charlie. Echo the guy behind the counter. Great band. Didn't last long, but they were a hot ticket for a minute. They look so impressed. Impressed that they're getting record recommendations from a Camden girl. And I'm really impressed that I've been here less than an hour and someone already thinks I'm a Camden girl. They start digging through the crate, hunting for their own copy. The guy was right, there's a few in there. Prue's done leafing through her grunge relics. So we start to make our way out. One of the northern girls stops us. Did you girls see the Amy statue yet? We shake our heads. Not yet. Cover blown. It's that way, says the other one. We came all this way to see her. Goddess. We wave goodbye and step outside. Without even discussing it. We're running laughing through the stables, chasing the direction they pointed. And then there she is, the Queen of Camden, Amy Winehouse. Resplendent, one hand on hip, bronze beehive proud, looking out across a row of deck chairs and people drinking overpriced kombucha in the patchy sun. And just to her left, a magnificently chested woman in a loose t-shirt, hoisting a beat-up acoustic guitar. She's screaming a protest punk anthem. Something about street revolution and fucking meaning it. Her voice is incredible. Raw. Loud. Gorgeous. Louise. A voice like rock and roll itself. Bold. Northern. Magnificent. Riotous riot girl. Woohoo! Prue and I tip into one of the giant deck chairs. We let ourselves fall into it like we've earned this. She wraps both hands around one of my arms, rests her cheek against my shoulder. Real live riot girl, she whispers. I could burst with pride, with something more than pride. This place is a riot of colour, of rainbows, of maps that don't exist back home. I'm not even sure if I'm gay, but right now, I'm proud. The girl with the guitar finishes her set. There's a ripple of applause from the kombucha crowd, but from us, it's whoops and hollers. We adored her. She looks straight at us as she leans into the mic. Thanks very much. Ladies, if you want to catch me later, come early to the Black Heart. I'm opening for the legendary Sister POne. My jaw practically hits the deck. Sister POne. I got one of their tracks years ago from a punk sampler I bought for a $5. 35 songs. No liner notes. Just chaos. But that track stuck. I adored it. They were one of the first bands I discovered all by myself. No one else knew them. I tried to push them on everyone, but no one heard what I heard. They're playing here tonight. With her opening, we've got to find this venue. We stop a guy dressed like a young Jarvis Cocker and ask for directions. Black Heart, he says. Head down by All Ages Records, hang a left. It's in the alley between Brewdog and the World's End. We nod like that makes perfect sense even though we've never been here before. But somehow it does make sense. Back through Argyle Street Market from the other end, we find the Good Mixer, another legendary pub. Britpop HQ, Suede, Sleeper, Elastica, Blur, woo-hoo, and I feel heavy metal. At the top of Inverness Street, there's a stall selling dream catchers, scarves, bracelets. Prue buys a pretty ornamental bracelet, the kind that'll turn her wrist green by nightfall. I see something better, a tatty black scarf. Frayed edges, thin in places, intricate stitched circles. Unfolded, it's huge. I take it from the rack, wrap it once loosely around Prue's neck, covering the part of her chest I know she's self-conscious about. "What are you doing?" she says. "I'm buying this for you. You have to have it." She sees herself in the little mirror at the back of the stall. I've already got my purse out. The tiny woman running the stall, she smiles at us warmly. "This, your wedding veil. You too. You marry?" Prue laughs. She definitely heard that one. "Oh no. We're just best friends." I pay the woman. It's perfect for her. She wore it every day until I bought her the next scarf, almost a year later. But back in Camden, we head off the way young Jarvis pointed. Just on the corner before All Ages Records, we spot Amy again. This time, she's a mural. Blue, pink, black. The paint's running. Her eyeliner's thick. She's staring out through time. We pose for selfies. Her and us. The Holy Trinity. Then, we turn the corner and find the most perfect punk record shop in the world. All Ages Records. It's legendary. And smaller than we imagined. Inside, the guy behind the counter's playing with his tiny chihuahua. He gives us a friendly nod, while some unbelievably aggressive punk blares from the speakers. It's like being screamed at by a microwave. Everything in here is immaculate. Badges, patches, zines, vinyl. Each price sticker comes with a little handwritten review. Prue finds a copy of Germ-Free Adolescence by X-Ray Specs. The band, Luminous, trapped inside test tubes. It's $35. Bit expensive for us, she says to me, but the vinyl slinger hears us. He nods. Something happened along the way. Wouldn't have had that problem back in the 70s. This stuff didn't used to seem like a luxury. But it's on coloured vinyl, so... He notices my little paper bag. "You've already committed. What do you get?" I feel a little shy showing him. But I do. "They're called Hey Charlie." He nods. Yeah, good girls, good band." For a minute, Prue steps up. "Can you tell us where the Black Heart is, please?" We thank him. "You're early for the gig, though. It's hours until Sister POne are on." "We know," we say. "We just love your shop." He grins. "I'll tell you what this shop loves." "What's that?" I ask. "Paying customers." I blush. He smiles. The dog barks. "Cute doggy," I say. "Thanks. Her name's Susie." "As in the Banshees?" "Exactly." I go up to give Susie a little stroke. She lets me. As I'm at the counter, I spot a tray of enamel badges. All band logos. All die-cut. Right at the front. Sister POne. "How much are the badges?" £2. "Can I have this one?" "You can, but don't put it on till after the show. You'll lose it otherwise." He clips it off the display, pops it in a tiny bag, and hands it over. Prue beams. "Thanks, mister." We giggle our way back onto the street and straight into the Black Heart. Inside, it's dark. The wall lamps barely reach beyond their own shades. Everything's shadow. Gig posters layer the walls. Bar stickers. Beer stains. The bar staff already look like they're in bands. We find a seat in the back corner. I head to the bar. "1.5 glass of your cheapest beer." The barmaid gets it. She pours a pint 3/4 full, fills the half glass all the way. "Stings me £6 anyway. Take that over there for your girl," she says. "Make it last." Back at the table, Prue's reading a poster on the wall. "Oh my God," she says. "Look at this. Patti Smith. The raincoats. The slits. Can you imagine being at that show?" The guy in the shop was right. It's hours until Sister POne are on. Upstairs is the venue. Past the ticket guy, past coat check. There's a cover charge more than we've got left. We sit. We share headphones and play the Hey Charlie tracks on repeat. I bring Prue up to speed on Sister POne. The songs I know from the samplers and the YouTube videos of their MTV hits from 25 years ago. We stretch out our drinks. Peanuts appear. We talk. We whisper. We sit in the dim light and soak up the goths rolling in. But eventually the glasses are empty. There's no longer any excuse to stay. So I try to soak up as much of the pre-gig atmosphere as I can, and eventually Prue feels so bad about taking up a prime table in a venue full of paying customers. We feel we just can't stay any longer. We're halfway to the door when Louise with the guitar from down by the Amy statue walks in. "Hey, you made it!" she beams. I feel a bit cringe to admit we came straight here from seeing her and have been waiting for hours. "Yeah," I say. "A little early. Blew our budget." Louise shrugs like, "Our problem is not a problem." "No problem. They're not paying me anyway. But there's a rider. Come with me." She leads us upstairs, to Doof at the door. "Hi, Doof," she says. "This is my street team." "Your street team, huh?" "That's right." He lets us in, and then everything turns to haze. Louise was so sweet. She played 7 songs to a half-packed room, and we street-teamed our appreciation at maximum volume. She rewarded us with cold beers and more peanuts. Just before Sister POne came on, she evaporated. And then it happened. Dry ice tumbled across synth hum. Sister POne! It was everything I wanted. The noise, the heat, the closeness, the communion, and my Prue. My best friend in the whole world. Right there with me. After 90 minutes of glorious heavy alternative rock and at least 3 bona fide goth pop hits from the last century, the singer and her band took their final bow. We left in a mass exodus. Spilled out into the night, with all the night creatures and creepers of Camden. Brides of penny black. We walked down to the lock for one last view of the water and the lights before heading back to Euston. I wondered aloud if the afterlife was a repeat of your best day, because if it was, this would be mine. Like Bill Murray, stuck in punk rock heaven, running from joy to joy. I know what I said. I meant it. I still do. She heard me. She stood by me, not in the way I yearned for, but she's still my one. So Prue, if I never get to tell you again, you've been the best friend I ever had, and I love you for it, mate.